Welcome to another episode of The Switch, premier basketball podcast in Nigeria. My name is Tony Young. If I
ain't here, don't splash, bro.
And
don't snubbed me.
Yeah, The Switch. I don't know about you guys, but me, I'm still riding on the eye of what we witnessed in Olympics basketball. Yeah, I don't want it to end. I know that because both of you are generational haters. I don't know if you're able to put your hate aside and enjoy what was an all-time basketball moment. Seeing Team USA work together with the three kings. Oh, there's one king, two chiefs.
Who is hating now?
There's King James, but they're like of course, for every king you must have Otun OC. Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. But yes, it was beautiful. From their semi-final against Serbia, which I still maintain is probably the best basketball game I've watched in like 5 years. Since the other one actually involved Lebron. Actually, I think it was game.
Yeah, it needs to.
I think it was game 7 of the 2016 finals. The one where, remember that one now?
Just get off your knees.
Remember that one?
Get off your knees.
What Clay say?
Your knees.
What did Clay say?
Your knees are starting to.
You remember that one? The only finalist, the only winner to come out from 3-1 down. You remember that?
But let's discuss the Olympics.
But come on, you have to recognize the opportunity. But yes, we're about to talk about the Olympics. In fact, and it's not just even the men. Even the women's final was ridiculous.
Incredible final. USA France, both of them.
Yeah.
The women's final actually was more of a bloodbath, and I loved the physicality, especially in the women's game, because we say we should treat men and women equally. I always maintain that you have to give them the opportunity to express themselves. There was a lot of pushing, there was a lot of shoving, there was a lot of hand slapping, and there was a lot of physicality in that game. It was a one possession game, a 1 point loss for France. I loved Gabby Williams. And the fact that Aja Wilson, obviously, she's arguably the best female player in basketball right now, and she embraced that physicality, especially in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. So me, I didn't want it to end. It has ended, unfortunately. Everybody will go back to their teams. LeBron has to start dealing with D'Angelo Russell's chalking up threes.
Steph has to deal with Wiggins and
KD. KD. I think KD is getting the worst deal here. KD going from that to going back to Phoenix and trying to beg Bradley Beal to not please. Bradley Beal, don't shoot 0 for 7 today. That was me. But yeah, let's talk about the awards. That's a moment that so that people always find a way to bring out controversy from what is a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
The final happened. USA beat France in the final, of course, won the game by 11 points, 98-87 it ended. But an 11-point game does not do justice to how close this was. It was actually really, really close until Steph Curry decided to go crazy.
The original splash bro.
Yeah. In fact, the only splash
bro. The only splash bro right now.
The only splash bro left now.
Sorry to clear.
Yeah, so I mean, Steph was of course the star of the semi-finals against Serbia. Was the star of the final against France, and because of that, lots of people took offense to the fact that Lebron James was named the Olympics men's basketball MVP. Obviously, I don't have a problem with it.
Of course, you wouldn't.
But I want to hear if either of you do. And if you do, tell me why you do so that I can then counter you with
If I educate this boy. I think the first thing I noticed is after USA's opening game, I saw the leaderboard and LeBron James was first. And I asked myself, I said, there's clearly a pre-written agenda. So it doesn't matter what anybody else does, this guy is going to win it. After the first game, you have LeBron James top of favorite to win the MVP. I already knew that no matter what Steph did, he was going to win. Didn't matter what happened, even if Steph had gone off for 70, LeBron James was going to somehow win. I mean, from the minute him carrying the flag, from the minute they kept talking about LeBron this, LeBron that, you knew that it was set up for him to win the MVP. So, look, you doing what he did. I mean, yes, he played very well. Okay, he did what he did in the group stage, blowing teams out. Yes, when it mattered the most, Steph was there. I mean, Steph's performance against Serbia, you literally just said it was the best game you watched. You saw what happened. Then you saw how he performed in the final. It was a 1 possession, it was a 3-point game when Steph went crazy. So
you're now coming to say, oh, LeBron James, based on what he did in two group games, well, it was something that was preordained. He was going to win it anyway, so it didn't matter what Steph did. And this is the problem with the NBA, because everything you're doing, LeBron this, LeBron that, there's narrative here, there's narrative there. Now you move it on to FIBA, so now they've taken on from the NBA. Now LeBron this, LeBron that. LeBron would do a regular dunk. Wow, in his 21st season, LeBron will take a 3. Oh my God, in his 21st, it's tiring. Steph should have won it, but we're used to being robbed. It's nothing new for us Golden State fans.
All right.
So it is what it is. He was robbed when they gave Iguodala, so I'm used to it.
Oh, he was robbed by his own team.
He was robbed
By his own
It
team.
was a LeBron James thing.
Also, it was
It was a LeBron James thing.
LeBron was his teammates.
So let me hear what you say.
No, what he has to say, because we can't have.
I know you support him. So
We already have two people on the same side, so you counter what he has to say. Let's see the drivel from your mouth.
First of all, no, I speak nothing but facts. If you would just remove the blockade of 8 on your face, I'm referring to your shades.
I will see what
shades to your shade. The point is that if you can stop 18 for once, you would see where the facts lie. I don't negate anything you said about Steph. Steph was absolutely phenomenal in the semi-final and in the final. It was phenomenal. In fact, let me not say the whole final. The second half of the final, yeah. But the semi-final was crazy. We had 34 points. It was ridiculous. Absolutely, I have no problem giving people credit. That's the issue I have with you anti-LeBron people. LeBron James at the 2024 Olympics. Team USA. Led Team USA in rebounds. Led Team USA in assists. He was beaten in total points scored.
So he did not lead the Team USA in points. Is that where we're heading?
When you said your own, did I argue with you? Steph Curry had 4 more points than LeBron in the entire Olympics. Okay. If you want to go by averages, Steph Curry averaged 14.8 points per game. LeBron had averaged 14.2. Those are the top 2 points average for Team USA. If you lead 2 out of 3 major stats in basketball, and even the one that you don't lead, it is a narrow second. How is the other guy? I don't understand. How is he not the MVP of Team Olympics? Again, I don't negate anything Steph did. Steph was incredible in the semis and in the second half of the final. If LeBron wasn't playing the way he was playing, and Steph too, how many games did they play in the Olympics? It's 6. It's 6. But if you want to count 1.5 games and say that should be enough to win the Olympics, what happens when you take the first 4 games off? Okay, so did you ever think the USA were not going to get out of their group? Did anybody think the USA were not going to win it? I mean, no. Did anybody think the USA were going to get knocked out in the semi-final of the 2006 World Cup? Did anybody think the USA would not medal at the last World Cup? Blowout group stage games. That's what you're talking about. When it mattered most, who came to the party? Before even the group stage games, from the exhibition, you could see that this was LeBron's team. I know that people like to discount that exhibition win against Sudan, but it's something that's South Sudan. It's something that sets the tempo for how this team. Ask anybody on Team USA, they will tell you that LeBron was the head honcho of this team, and that's the fact. When Steph went off against Serbia, what did Anthony Edwards say? He said Steph just got to Paris. Do you know how long the team had been in Paris? You know how long the team had been in Paris? That seems like praise, but it's actually shade. It's actually big shade to say that you have been here the whole time, but you were not here. You were just. And when it mattered the most, he turned up. So again, I'm not discounting what Steph did, but this is a conversation about MVP of the tournament, not MVP of the last 2 games. If you are looking at, you have to look at the tournament holistically. There's no way LeBron will average 14.2 points per game, average 6.8 rebounds per game, average 8.5 assists per night. Okay. Now let me come in as the elder statesman. My friend, will you? and actually, let me debunk some of the myths you are actually spewing. The MVP of the tournament should have been Steph Curry. And if you look at it comprehensively, you will say over 6 games, LeBron James outperformed Steph Curry. But that's not realistically true, because the group stage do not matter as much as the knockout stages. And that's just the simple truth. They beat Serbia in the group stage by how many points? 26 points.
South Sudan by 19 points. Look at their quarterfinal game. Even the quarterfinal game.
No, they played one more group game.
Yeah, even the quarterfinal.
That group game they avoided. What did it end?
It was also a blowout.
It was also a blowout also.
It was not.
Their closest game in this tournament was, their last group game was against Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
That was also a 21-point win.
It ended 21 points. But I remember, no, you act like we don't talk of podcast. You were literally celebrating Puerto Rico being ahead.
Only one single game at the tournament.
You and this guy, we are literally celebrating Puerto Rico leading and already calling Lebron. Anytime they are losing, these people will enter our group. As Lebron James USA is losing. Anytime Lebron tosses it around, it's not you. It's Puerto Rico.
The games against Serbia, there was no peril, there was no danger.
Yes,
that's just the simple truth. When it mattered the most, because at the end of the day, all of us can claim we are macho men. When it matters the most, the person that comes out and faces the bullet, that is the person who is actually the macho man. When it came time, when it was time for elimination time is different.
The Serbia game, what was LeBron's start line?
What was Steph Curry's start line? What was Steph Curry's start? If Steph Curry had 36 points in that game, okay, which is the second highest at the Olympics to Camelo's 37 against Nigeria in a meaningless group stage game that they won by 50 points. Okay. If Steph Curry had 33 instead of 36, they lose that game.
Yeah. So if LeBron James did not put up a triple-double, they don't win that game. I don't know why there are only 3 triple-doubles in the history of Olympic basketball. And LeBron has 2 of them. And one of them came in that Serbia game that we are giving Steph.
Let me tell you something. Triple-double are... Some of us who are historians of both basketball and football, we can take you back to the last Olympics, where Luka Doncic had a 21 and 18 assist triple-double and loss. So don't tell me about triple-doubles and winning is not... You have a triple-double doesn't mean you have the total effect on winning. Especially in a stacked team like the USA. Luka having a triple-double in that game and losing by 1 point is more impressive than LeBron having a triple-double against a Serbia team when he has people like Kevin Durant and Steph Curry around him to dish the ball to.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
who was Luka dishing the ball to? Right. Clement Pepelli. Do you know where he plays for? He plays for Valencia. Where is that? He's in one in Spain.
So you just be talking. This is what I don't like about Spain.
Spain and the NBA are they the same thing? Spain and the NBA are the same thing. At the end of the day, Steph Curry, when the pressure was on, Steph Curry put the country on his back and delivered in spectacular fashion. Right. If you watch in the final also, which is why he actually forget his heroics in the semi-final. If he didn't perform, they will have been eliminated. In the final, LeBron James had 2 back-to-back turnovers. It was a 9-point game. Yeah. LeBron James had 2 back-to-back turnovers that made it a 3-point game. Before Steph Curry hit that 3 and did like this. Calm down. I'm here. I will save you. I'm like Jesus. I will come and... That is what happened. You understand? So, don't let us be narrative people. Let us watch the game objectively.
Thank you. Are you done? We have another
get off your knees. Just get off your knees.
Look, I'm not even going to bother. Just let us know in the comments who should have won the MVP. Steph. One thing I want us to touch on again, the All-Star 5 for the tournament, Dennis Schroeder, Steph Curry, backcourt, LeBron James, Victor Wembanyama forwards, and Nikola Jokic center. Basically, they just made it an NBA thing. But me personally, I would say something like, and this ties back into a previous episode that we had where we were talking about who could be the unconventional star of the tournament. We mentioned what's this New Orleans boy, Alvarado. And then, it turns out to be Gershon Yabusele of France and Madrid. Should have made this All-Star 5.
So it's the same thing. It's the same logic that applies. Thank you for even bringing that up. It's the same logic that applies. Over the course of the tournament, if you look at it from the group stage, because Gershon Yabusele was not actually starting. It was actually Rudy Gobert. Which is the thing. So if you are looking at it from a certain perspective, you could say Wembanyama was more consistent because he started from the start of the tournament till the end of the tournament. Gershon Yabusele started after the second game. After the second game, he started. So he only started their last 4 games, and he was much more impactful. He was getting MVP chance in the Olympic final. Yeah. So if you are looking at it from that perspective, and you are saying that Yabusele should have been in the tournament 5, which means if he's going to take anybody's place from a French perspective, it should be Victor Wembanyama. We are looking at it from the context of elimination.
All right. Obviously, Tosin doing what he does, which is be an agent of confusion. Ifeanyi also just supporting light-skinned people in whatever field or profession they are in. But let me know what you think in the comments about everything we'll talk about the switch. We have to go. Shout out to Gershon Yabusele, who has secured the move to the field.
Don't call Lebron, you get a contract.
All of his fantastic Olympic games. I don't know what he's talking about.
They try to erase that footage.
I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about.
They try to get it off the internet.
And JT Thor of South Sudan as well got an NBA contract, I think, with the San Antonio Spurs. So like good things can come out of the Olympic Games. So shout out to everybody involved. The switch to Neon. See you next time.